this should be a great game.
Rob Schick will be the referee. The linesman tonight, Gord Brosiker and Brian Murphy. And here we go. Wendell Clark countering into the Hawk zone. Clark on the near side. Overskates it and then took a bump along the boards from Gary Suter, who takes it away nicely. Got it to Chelios. And cleared back into the Hawk zone. Comes to an open wing. Rouse there to keep it in. And he got a rough ride from Roenick, and out comes Amani 3-on-2. Amani for Suter over the line to Amani, cutting in. He centered Suter. He scores! Tony Amani had trouble controlling the return pass, but got hold of it well enough to put it back to Gary Suter. And he poked it home from the doorstep. And Suter makes it 1-0 Chicago. Here's Chance able to steal one, but had nowhere to go with it. Cleared it behind the Toronto net. Big hit by Roenick on Ellen. Ellen has broken his stick. Here's Roenick stealing one center. Poulin shoots. Blocked by Ellen. And the puck came free. Two leads collide. Poulin a shot. And a save by Potvin. And he holds on. And the Leafs in a fire drill in their own zone here in the last couple of seconds. Now some pushing and shoving in the far corner.
Allen hammered by Roenick. It sort of was out of sorts. Lost his stick. Poulin tried to shoot through his legs. Good shot recovery by Allen. Meanwhile, Clark started things with Roenick, and now they've gotten away from each other. And it looks like cooler heads will prevail.
Wendell Clark is the only penalty called on that mix-up inside the Leaf line, and he gets it for roughing.
Well, this is after Potvin throws the puck. I've often wondered. I'm not saying there wasn't a penalty on it, but the referee can sort out who gets it.
Got it to Suter, feeding Roenick over the line. Roenick in on Lefebvre, turns to the near corner, trying to center it. Amani put it to the line. Suter hits the long shot. He scored! Gary Suter! 2 goals for Suter tonight in the last 4 periods of play. 5 assists for Jeremy Roenick. And here's Mironov being taken down, and the Hawks are going to get a penalty. Yzerman and Andreychuk get the sticks raised, and a couple others circle around. Yzerman got a face full of glove from one of the Maple Leafs.
2 Blackhawk players in the box, Yzerman and Weinrich, and Rouse, the lone Leaf player.
Toronto penalty number 3, Rouse, 2 minutes for roughing.
So Rouse and Yzerman get coincidental roughing penalties. Now the Leafs. McCowan moved it to center. Mike Gardner shooting it in. Carney got turned around by Clark, who steals. Put it behind the net. Now it's centered. McCowan shot hit like to Gilmore. He scores. Doug Gilmore got a fortunate bounce. McCowan's shot was blocked, but went right to the killer. And Gilmore from the near dot pumped it home. And now the Leafs trail 2-1. Now here's a steal. Chance has Richard Sutter. Chance cuts and shoots. A diving shot blocked by Kent Manderville, who may have saved a goal. Back of the net it goes. Chance unable to corral it. Lefebvre does. And it's cleared to center, but not before Andreychuk got leveled by Randy Cunneyworth.
L4 just stands there. He's got to get back in the crease. Manderville was in the right there.
Has control, moves to the dot, shooting, and a save by Potvin. Rebound on Monty. Got bumped behind the net by Lefebvre. Roenick knocked down by McCowan. And then to maintain control, and he did. Got it to Suter, the drive, and he shot it wide. Came to the near point, Chelios. And now Roenick, or Amani, is flattened in front of the net. And Lefebvre's going to get a penalty. He was the man who delivered the big hit that led to the first goal, and now he got leveled a couple of times in front of the Leaf net here.
Well, he's leaning over the side. He's probably out of energy, and he and Amante both hammered in front. Both of them had lost their helmets, and Amante at the last second level from behind by Lefebvre. Another Hawk power play. But Roenick taking the hits in behind to keep the play alive. Amante getting worked over both by McCown and Lefebvre, and down he goes.
Chris Chelios and Doug Gilmore have exchanged taps with their stick. There's one of them right there. Chelios gives it to Gilmore. Gilmore comes back at him. And here they are discussing the quality of the slashes they've just exchanged. And on the same shift, Gilmore tries the low bridge.
Again to Mironov, who takes a look, side of the net, truck centered one, deflecting to Graham. He couldn't get it out. Mironov kept it in. Now Gilmore far circle. Moves to the side of the net, center, they score. Dave Andrechuk bouncing it into the Toronto zone. He was well short of center. Murphy trying to get to it. And he's driven into the goal, which comes up off the moorings. Quite a battle there between Todd Gill and Joe Murphy.
Todd Gill just headbutted Amani, a reverse headbutt.
Amani is right. He was behind him, and Gill just snapped his head back, and you don't see the reverse headbutt very often.
Eyes in the back of his head.
Amani's teeth were almost in the back of his head.
Murphy doing battle, Gill interfering with him and pushed him right into Potvin. Murphy and Gill and Potvin both exchanged shoves, and then a reverse headbutt on Amante.
Mike Eastwood feeding Ken Manderville, stepping into the hot zone. A wrist shot right on Belfour. It ran through his legs, but he managed to fall on it just outside the goal crease. And now Eastwood trying to muck it up with Chelios. And that's just what Pat Burns would love to see from the Toronto standpoint.
Eastwood going into Belfour well after he had corralled the puck on the shot from Manderville.
Runs it to the center of the ice. It's held by Chelios. A flip shot goes wide of the near post. And into the corner in Roenick. And Chelios delivered a big hit to Gilmore. Chelios jammed it loose. But the Leafs able to corral as Lefebvre tried to settle things down for Toronto, and he did. Here come the Leafs. Eastwood moves in on Carney. Eastwood cuts to the slot. Shoots. He sailed it wide to the far post. Rebound cleared behind the goal. Manderville there over skates, and now Eastwood, and it's chipped away. Gonna have a hot penalty. Here's McCowan. His shot deflecting wide of the target. Rebound into the near corner. Hawks control. Whistle sound.
Important, I guess. What do you think as far as a penalty killing situation?
Blackhawk penalty number 27, Jeremy Roenick. 2 minutes for interference at 33 seconds.
Roenick just hammered Manderville behind the net, and he gets caught.
Face-off coming up to the right of Ed Belfour. Here's the draw. Taken by Ellett. Put it around the boards. Gilmore behind the net. Got away from Shan. Centered one. Here's an open net. They score. Rob Pearson stick-handed around Belfour after Doug Gilmore did a little dancing behind the Hawk net. And it's 3-2 Toronto. Todd Gill up the middle to Dave Andrechuk. Gets to the Hawk line. Andrechuk knocked down. Nice Suter. Taken by Chelios. Now under 9 minutes left. Here's Suter. Got knocked down by Berg, who stuck the leg out, and the play goes on. And the Roenick line back on there now for the Hawks, and Doug Gilmore seems to be ever present for the Leafs. Here's the draw to Suter. Tees it up. Fire! Potvin through the screen, made a save, and now a lead penalty as Roenick was knocked out of the goal mouth. And the Blackhawk power play will be asked to come through at the most important time of the season right here.
They have scored twice on the power play. The Hawks have scored once. Critical power play time. There might not be another one the rest of the way. Roenick, who won the draw, backed into the front of the net.
Murphy moved it to Roenick over the line. Turned into the corner under pressure from Lefebvre. All three Hawk forwards in there. Puck came loose to Roenick. Roenick on the near board with it. Gets his helmet straightened out. It was down in his eyes. Put it to Suter. Up front. He scored! Gary Suter! The hat trick! Only the second Blackhawk defenseman to ever score a hat trick in the postseason. Here come the Fedoras, cascading down from the stadium rafters. And the Blackhawk power play, which has let them down so many times all year, now at the most critical time of the season, comes through. The hat trick for Suter. We're tied at 3.
The pure hat trick Suter acquired because of his ability to shoot, his ability on the power play, his ability to move the puck. He's done all of the above. Amante, the hero in game 3 with 4. Gary Suter, the hero tonight with 3 to tie it up. with 7.5 remaining. Great work by Jeremy Roenick. Great pass, drew 2 players with him, and Suter ripped it. Amani again in front of the net. Amani not the biggest guy, but he takes the abuse in front, and Potvin screen, never saw it, and Suter blew it by on the stick side. Potvin never saw it. A plethora of hats. I don't see any fezzes out there.
Able to trickle it to the Blackhawk head. Here's a steal by Andrechuk away from Weinrich. Andrechuk in center one. Deflected in the goal. Knocked off the boring. And let's see. Leafs arguing there should be a penalty. And no, says Ross Chick.
How'd that puck stay out of the net? Amazing.
Belfour holding his ground under great duress with 5 minutes left in the third. 3-3 your score on the Hawk Network.
Giveaway by Weinrich, a rare giveaway for him, but Andrechuk puts it across to the late-coming defenseman, I believe, and he was cross-checked from behind, or it was Gilmore.
Gilmore over the Hawk line. Put it to the near side. It bounces away to Graham. Hawks have a 2-on-1. Graham with Eisenmark. Here's Eisenmark moving in. Centered it. A diving block by Ellis. It came to the line. Chelios had drive. Fired it wide. Leafs dump it back in. 3.5 minutes remaining in the third.
What a play by Ellett.
Absolutely.
Eisenbark made the right play, trying to go for the easy goal.
Here's Zezel in on Chelios. A shot. Big save by Belfour on Zezel. And finally, Easter Zezel came up with it, rolling it ahead to McCown. Put it over the line to Berg. A long flip shot. Belfour gets a rebound. And McCown tied up by Weinrich. Great play by Eric Weinrich to prevent what would look to be a sure rebound goal for McCown. And then Belfour hasn't moved yet. He's still on the ice. And here comes Mike Gatzke in a hurry off the Hawk bench.
Might have had the guy land on top of Belfour. The shot, the rebound. Weinrich ties up McCown. Belfour fully extended. The right leg was behind him, the left leg in front. And then a player fell on top of him as Osborne came in after the fact and knocked Carney down from behind, which is Osborne's specialty. And Belfour in some pain because of it.
Well, he continues to flex that right leg a little bit, but he will continue on being the battler that he is. He'd have to be carried off this ice surface to leave this game. He sends it to Gilmore. Now Gilmore gets the line to Clark. Tees it up. Clark stick handling. Put it in front. Gardner. Big save by Belfour. Mike Gardner all alone on the doorstep. And Belfour beat him. After 3, we're tied at 3 on the Hawk Network.
Hawks win. It's going to be a 6 or 7 game series. Toronto wins. It could be the last game ever in the stadium.
Here we go with extra time. Knocked down in the corner. Dirk Graham sends it up the boards. Not out. On the near board. Gilmore deep slot. Lefebvre a shot. And a save by Bill. The rebound. Clark knocked out. Puck came free to the slot. Gardner couldn't find it. And it's kicked loose to Graham. Dirk Graham to Brent Sutter over the line. A wrist shot. Potvin gave a rebound. And it's kicked just wide by Gilmore. He almost nearly put it into his own net inadvertently. Gardner the other way. Fire. Belfour the save. Keith Carney. That is pass deflected. And it's corralled by Weinrich. Bouncing one over the Leaf line. Murphy picked it out of midair to Amani. Center one. Roenick. Hawks win! Hawks win! Hawks win! Jeremy Roenick! After the giveaway was forced by Amani. What a play by Tony Amani! And Jeremy Roenick fired it home at the 123 mark. And the Blackhawks have come back from the dead in this series. And they've tied it up at 2 games apiece.
Amante with good perseverance. Todd Gill, a nightmare in this building. Forced to turn it over. Picked up, put up front. Hacked at by Joe Murphy out of midair to keep it alive. Back to Amani. And Roenick sneaks in with a bouncing puck. And not an easy shot. He put it just inside the near post. And it's 2-2 momentum Blackhawks. What a gutty performance by this team. They look tired. Down and out it looks like. Down 3-2. And somehow they found a way. A key power play goal and an early overtime win.
Did the kid pick a pretty good time for his first playoff goal? Listen to the crowd. They're all on their feet. Nobody's left. The old gray lady on West Madison Street. Just now the players are leaving the ice to the roar of approval from the stadium fans who saw them lose a 2-0 lead, fall behind 3-2, rally to tie it, and then win it in overtime. And Darren Pang is at the bottom of the stairs. He's got the overtime hero. Take it away, Spank.
Thank you, big guy. Nothing better than this. You were brilliant all night, Jeremy.
Well, it's, you know, we were under the gun and we were down 2-1. We needed a big game tonight, and, you know, we got to go to last night, and it doesn't feel any better than this right now.
Yeah, but Jeremy, let's face it, you had a brilliant game all night long, and it was just time. And as a matter of fact, it was Michel Goulet that walked by me not 2 minutes ago and said, JR is going to get that goal.
Well, that's why Michel's one of the best in the game. He knows his hockey, so I'm glad he picked me.
Your entire line was flying. Comment on that?
Yeah, we worked really well together. I think our power play worked really strong, and, you know, Gerald Suter played a hell of a hockey game as Tony and Monty did, so Eddie Belfour stayed right with us, so we need this one bad.
Hey, Jeremy, I got great news. You're coming back to this building again, big guy.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.